Greetings. We're going to talk a little bit today about utilizing websites and how we're going to build a website to showcase all of our digital work that we have completed so far in our ed program, and that will be a continual progress throughout your tenure as a student as you complete your ed program. So I'd like you to take a moment to read and click on each one of these articles on why we should create an Educator website. We're going to create a website which will be your digital toolbox collecting a variety of items showcasing all of your most important work. Some items that may be beneficial for you to include on your website would be your name, perhaps a small biography, a picture, even a welcome message. You might also want to include a top 10 toolboxes of resources. For sure, you should include your teaching philosophy from Intro to Ed, and soon you'll be going on your cultural diversity practicum where you'll write a written report. This report would be beneficial to include in your website. Other items might include some research that you might be doing along the way in your ed classes. Something to keep in mind, we're going to either use Google Sites or Weebly, and regardless of which one you use, your domain name is going to end up being a subdomain of either Google Sites or Weebly. You must be creative with your naming. You cannot have two Mrs. Richmond math classes at .weebly.com because it wouldn't know where to go. So you need to be creative, and it will tell you if your name has already been used. Keep in mind that you do not need to purchase a domain. And I have a couple of examples here. Notice we have sherryok.com. And I have mrsrichmondmath.weebly.com. The mrsrichmondmath.weebly.com uses the subdomain from Weebly, so it has that extra .weebly.com piece. Whereas sherryok.com, she owns that domain name. When we click on sherryok.com, we bring up her website, which is powered by Weebly. However, if we notice up in the domain, we can simply type sherryok.com and we get there. However, if I were to click on mrsrichmondmath.weebly.com, although it is also powered by Weebly, it has that extra piece that you would have to type in to get here, which isn't a big deal at all. sherryok.com, she pays for that domain name. I utilize the free services. So here's my particular website, which might be useful for you as an example. At the bottom here, I have a connect with me via Facebook, YouTube, or email. But along the top, I have different tabs. I have a This Is Me tab, so the teacher tab. I have a toolbox tab that I've collected some helpful math websites for my students. And I've also started collecting a digital toolbox of resources that I like to use. Further, I have a tab for each one of my classes that I teach and that I have utilized items with. So for college algebra, pre-calculus, calc, and even algebra prep that I've created for my students. A great resource because unlike Blackboard, at the end of the semester, all of your courses disappear, but there are some resources that students may want to continue to utilize, so a website is a great place to store some of that. How will you create your website? You're going to use either Google Sites or Weebly. So here are some things that I found with Google Sites. It's free, easy to navigate. It's easily tied to your Google email account. You can create many different pages, easy to upload and embed straight from your Google account because you're able to drag and drop. However, there's minimal customization. It's a little generic and simple, but you must use Chrome or Firefox. So how will we get started in Google Sites if that's what you'd like to do? You'll first use Firefox or Chrome to go to the sites.google.com website, and I'll take you through that. You will want to click on New Google Sites. Where then you can click on Create a New Site in the bottom right-hand corner. Once you're here, you can title your page. You can load the name up here where it will tell you if it's available or not. You have all different kinds of layouts that you can use. Themes, if you prefer. You can add different pages, so different tabs. You have the ability to add a divider, YouTube videos, calendars, maps, documents, slides, sheets, forms, and charts straight from your Google Drive. Pretty easy to drag and drop so that you can add different parts if you so choose. Once you're ready, you can go ahead and publish your website for others to see. So this is where you would put your web address, so your unique name, and it will tell you. Once you're ready, you can hit publish and it's available for everybody to see. If you would like to customize your domain name, you would want to click Manage. And at any time, you may certainly upgrade your website, your Google site, to a purchased domain name. Weebly is also free. It also has drag and drop features. It's intuitive, mobile friendly, has multiple different templates, has different page options, and you can also have multiple websites at once. There's built-in features for embedding, linking, and uploading. However, it is not connected to a Google account, so it's not real ideal also for blogging, depending upon the use of your website. So to get started with Weebly, we'll want to go to the Weebly website, Weebly.com, and then we're going to sign up for an account. I've already created an account with Weebly, and once I do, this is the first screen I will see. Right now, we don't want to sell anything online. You'll want to select a theme that looks appealing to you. You can also view more themes by clicking below and finding all kinds of different ones that are fun. Let's choose a theme. So this one looks fun, so now we can start editing. So it'll create our site. And now we see on the left, once it's finished loading, that we have all of our different editing options. We'll want to select our domain name now. So notice that it has the www.weebly.com and it has our cursor automatically in front of Weebly. So if I were to start, let's say Harmony Richmond, we could search. And notice that I could use a professional domain name or use the subdomain. So it'd be harmonyrichmond.weebly.com. This is the one that's free. So we'll create the one that's free. Once I'm done setting it up, we're all set to go. I can add titles, I can add new section, I can build pages, I can even change my theme if I don't quite like this particular theme. But we could build all kinds of things. There's categories, color blocks. There's more elements down below. There's a place where we could embed items, YouTube files, all kinds of things that you can do. Once you're ready to publish your website for everybody to see, you click the publish button and it's all set to go. We could copy this website to see what it might look like. Either website are great to use, Weebly or Google Sites. It's just a matter of what your preference might be, where you see yourself now, where you see yourself in your education. Either one you can utilize for your website. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions or concerns with any of these items. And have fun making your website.